So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are great!
Hey, this is Ho Ho Hong Kong. I am Andy Curtin, and I just realized this is like the perfect week for Ho Ho Hong
Oh,
Kong.
yeah.
This is Christmas.
Yeah, it is.
It's Christmas. I
Ho, ho.
I assume you're celebrating. This is Muhammad Magdi.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
again.
you're celebrating Christmas as a good practicing Muslim.
Yeah, exactly. I'm celebrating it by not eating. It's my Ramadan now because I'm fucking broke.
How do people find you online?
At the other Muhammad on Instagram and on Patreon. I can plug something real quick. I just put up my Comedy Central set on the Patreon. I shot it in Dubai 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
3 years
I just got a hold of it.
He just found it.
Yeah, I just found it. That's true. I asked them many times to send it to me. They ignored me. So I just found it online, taped it, and put it up on Patreon. So for $5, you can watch it. So add the other Muhammad on Patreon.
That's awesome. If you want to check out our Patreon, it's patreon.com/hohopod. I'll put the link in the description. It's really good. There's two reasons to get on the Patreon. Number one is we've got really good bonus episodes.
Oh, yeah.
We've been doing stuff that we don't feel that comfortable putting out publicly. Talking about the backstory for the Riff and why we interviewed Nuri and all
Basically, if you want evidence against us, get on the
that. Yeah, we're going to
Patreon.
prison if
Yes.
Patreon gets out there. Other reason is you just want to support us. But we've just opened it up. If we get to 100, once we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to do a big upgrade of the podcast equipment. So we're going to get M7 Shure mics. It's like top range podcasting. We want to do the best quality show we can, and you can help us make that happen on Patreon. So appreciate it a lot. And we're recording today at Aftermath, which is the awesome bar on Wyndham Street. Thank you massively to Kyle and Alicia.
They've been
for
having
us in.
us here
And
for quite
Kyle
a while.
bringing us in as well.
Kyle and Alicia, awesome bar. As soon as the bars are open again, come hang out here.
Yeah, it's such a tough time for bars, and this is the best live house in Hong
It
Kong.
really is.
So
Yeah.
come down here, listen to a band, listen to some comedy. It is fantastic.
The Aftermath. Whee!
Also, number one question I get, hands down, and you'll know this,
Yeah.
is what is the last thing said in the intro music?
Oh, yeah.
Number one question. So,
Yeah.
like, if you haven't figured it out, number one is Carrie
We
Lamb.
are bread!
Right. So number one is Carrie Lamb saying something
The
about...
bill is dead.
Yeah, right. And then number two is Chris Patton, his last speech as governor of Hong Kong. And then the third one is
Yeah.
a very animated protester screaming, "We are brave."
Bread.
Yeah, people thought it was bread. People thought it was bed. I'm like, come on, that's not a native English speaker. You don't have to rub his face in it. He's obviously upset about something. So yeah, maybe I'll put the link in the description for that. But he's saying we are brave. It's a guy in the street. I am extremely excited about today's guest. We've got Sara Tang with us. Sara, how you doing?
Hey, hey.
Good. Thanks for having me here.
I'm very excited to have you on because the reason you've been brought in here is because you are a certified sex educator and pleasure coach. Can you
Yes.
confirm?
I can confirm that. I also like to call myself a sexologist.
That's badass.
Nice. Yeah. Do you have a
sounds
business
like I
card
need-
that says sexologist on it?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I want to
do.
see one.
Yeah. It sounds like I make some funny cocktails.
Yeah, I was right.
Right?
That's exactly. I was like thinking rolled up sleeves, a little band around the arm.
You make them with like, I don't know, dildos?
She's just mixing a margarita with a big D.
Instead of an umbrella.
It's like it's not going to stop the rain. But,
I am. Yeah.
very
all
fascinating.
Of those.
Well,
All of
I
those.
want to just because you have a pretty awesome stuff that you're working on. So I want to let everyone know you are the host of the Better in Bed podcast, which I've listened to. It's
Yes.
very cool.
Awesome.
Makes me feel very inferior.
I'm so glad. No, I'm very, very
I
flattered
gotta get on
you
that.
listen.
Yeah.
And I love supporting other local podcasters as well.
Thank
which is
you.
why
Oh,
I'm
I
very
didn't mean about. I
excited.
was inferior about the sex.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Well, we've got to talk more about that in a bit.
You also founded Passionately Yours boutique selling sex toys.
Yeah, that was in 2011. I don't really run that anymore, but it was part of my journey of, I guess, like sex education and learning about what people really needed in terms of sex. I worked very much with women, hosting a lot of workshops. for them and listening to all of their questions, their grievances, everything
Oh,
about
boy.
sex. So I guess I collected a lot of first-hand information.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only imagine, really, literally imagine. You've been on RTHK3, Global Documentary, Sex and the City. You have an audio guide for getting better in bed, which Mo desperately needs to listen to.
Yes.
You're a coach.
That's why we
and
brought
you got
you
a
here.
blog. You got a big blog as well.
Yes, I do. Thank you for doing all that research and
Yeah. Well, it was on your website.
It's probably like, yeah, your
Not
website.
exactly
He's-
sure. Sherlock-
one page.
yeah.
I'm like Sherlock Holmes over here. You know, they're like literally looking at your website right now. So you're not from Hong Kong. You're from Singapore.
Yeah.
And tell me about that a little bit. Like, I saw you mentioned on your website that you grew up in a bit of a religious family.
I did. So
Like Catholic or Christian?
Christian.
Christian.
But
I grew up in a pretty Catholic
yeah,
family.
very, well,
How conservative.
very conservative.
Yeah, I mean, I
So-
come from a Muslim background, so the conservative match might be kind of tight. Like for us, it's like no sex before marriage. That's
Yeah.
a big no-no. No dating, really.
Yeah, that was the same.
Oh, it's okay.
That
So,
was the
all
same.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, and no skirts above the knee.
Oh, see,
No
he, as a man,
pop
in,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
as a man in
I
Egypt,
mean,
he had to wear a skirt.
if you look
above
at
the
my
knee.
leg, there is a good reason for no skirts above the knee. It's
Yeah.
very hairy.
Yeah, no pop music, no dancing, no fun.
Ah, jeez.
essentially.
Okay, you're winning that conservative match now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're big on dancing over there.
Yeah, we are.
How big a role do you think that played in?
Huge.
Yeah, big
Huge.
role.
Yeah, because I think that I grew up, well, in an Asian, very conservative upbringing, and then I obviously also had a very religious upbringing as well, and I was, I had a severe case of good girl syndrome for like about 18 years.
Me too.
Do you come from a big family?
No. In Singapore, they don't really have that big families, I guess. It's a bit like Hong Kong. Me and my brother. And we grew up in the church. I did everything that my parents asked me to, went to Sunday school, got good grades, all of that. And then I think around 18, like it all started going wrong because I discovered sex. And it was when I started, I think, rebelling and also questioning a lot of why certain beliefs were, placed on me. Like, why couldn't I do something that I felt was very natural?
Right.
And normal, and I felt all of the guilt, all of the shame. So it took me actually a very, very long time to get over it, because when I first started being sexually active around 17, 18, I actually was with a non-Christian boyfriend.
Oh God.
I know. Oh God.
Heathen.
Yeah.
Yes, someone who was going to hell.
Infidel.
Not the same place that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was going.
Yeah.
clearly.
You're gonna pick.
The other hell.
He's gonna go to hell.
Yeah.
And that caused me to question a lot of things, not just my faith, but just everything about the way I
He
was
must have been great.
brought up. Yeah.
I'm like, I never had sex with someone that was like, yeah, maybe I don't believe in God.
Yeah, not just that. Maybe I want to take that up as a profession. I want to talk to people about how good this is for the next
Look at
15
him
years.
afterwards and be like, that was so good. This is going to define my professional career.
Well,
I'm going to tell everyone to do that.
Indeed. But the thing is, I felt terrible about it. So it felt good, of course.
Yeah.
But then every time we would fool around, afterwards, I would literally get down on my knees and
You're supposed to do that
pray.
during. No, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That one was coming.
Oh, boy.
This
Comedian's
podcast
like,
sucks
Yeah.
and
Yawn.
blows. Thank you.
I was like, at one point, I was like, okay, I've got to get me and Mo to
Yeah.
try
To be
Try and
adults.
see.
Yeah, no.
Try not to be 8-year-old boys just for 40 minutes. So that was life. And did it have a lot of a change to your life at that moment? Or okay, did you? I mean, you must have been studying or something, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was the other, I guess, narrative in my life. So besides sort of the guilt and shame from Christianity, you had the parental pressure to perform as like a good Asian daughter or
Right.
kid. And in Asia, sort of the narrative is, your chief objective as a kid is to study. That's it. All you have to do is study, and you don't have any boyfriends or anything, because that would mean
Distraction.
your studies
Yeah.
would like deteriorate, because you can't have a boyfriend and study at the same time. So you had to study all the way till maybe, my parents said, you can maybe start dating after you graduate from university. And then after that, we want you to get married, and then it's kids.
Right.
So that's like the
The
sort of
traditional
very
route,
Asian-
basically. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Asian sort of upbringing.
You're like, where do
Narrative.
threesomes fit into this?
Yeah.
No, it just,
Maybe in a gap year?
we don't have gap years in Singapore. We just study
That
really
seems very
hard.
un-Singaporean
It's
to have
very
a gap year.
un-Singaporean. Yeah.
Very
That seems
Australian.
very Australian, exactly. You see
Yeah.
them all around Bali.
We're on a gap decade. I'm into my second gap decade now, actually.
2020 feels like a gap year, to
Oh,
be honest.
I was just
Yeah.
listening
Not
to
a
a
good one.
podcast
I
that
wanna be on a- you're supposed to be on a farm
I
chasing.
know.
I was just listening to a podcast. Someone suggested that next year is just gonna be year one,
Yeah.
and you're like, let's just start year
Reset
one.
the
Just
clock.
like reset the clock. It's a
Yeah.
good idea.
So
Yeah.
what was the path from I assume you graduated at some point
Yeah.
and to did you stay in Singapore or did you leave at that point?
No, I actually I went to college in the U.S. and my college was in the Bay Area in California.
Oh, awesome. Wow. Yeah.
And it was one of the best times of my life. But when I got there, my little Singaporean
Yeah.
mind was just blown every single day, because it was like my eyes were opened, and I met so many people that I guess I wouldn't have met in my little bubble in Singapore. In California, I was like gay people, trans people, queer people, and I'm sure there were gay people in my church.
Yeah, but they're
and in
closeted. Yeah.
in my Christian school, but they never came out. They never were out there and really owned their identity. So I just met all this huge, diverse range of people, and it was actually in college in the U.S. that I first studied human sexuality. It's just one of the classes that I just happened to take because it sounded really interesting and because I had a personal interest in sex.
Dumb question number one. How many days into your stay in San Francisco when you had your first orgy?
Oh, you know what? I had a
That is
boyfriend.
so inappropriate.
No, because she's talking about how open San Francisco is. So in my
Yeah.
head, I've never been there, but in my head, it's just like the movies. Everyone is just in a mansion
Put the
fucking.
little Egyptian back in the box for 5 minutes, please. There's a lady in the room.
It's her job, okay?
I wish I had more orgies, I must say. But
Oh.
I had a Singaporean boyfriend
Oh,
before I went to.
you can hear the disappointment in my
I
voice.
know.
Yeah.
Before I went to college.
Literally, he said before this, he goes, I can't talk about sex. My parents listen to this.
Yeah, I'm talking about her thing, not me.
That's right.
I'm just
Yeah.
a guy who's asking
San
questions.
Francisco, even at
Yes.
that time, had a pretty vibrant gay community,
Of
right?
course, of course. In fact, one of the questions, the first questions my roommates asked me they were like, "You've never made out with someone of the same sex?" Shocking. Like they were just shocked.
Oh, that's an old college boy trick.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. I was feeling like I needed to make up for lost time. I felt. So I guess that was very mind opening for me, and that's what started me on this journey towards, I guess, seeing sex as a topic that you could study. And then I went back to Singapore after college.
I bet your parents were like, ugh, should have sent it to Houston.
Yeah, I must say it was actually a mistake. I moved back for love.
Oh, wow.
You ever done stuff like that?
Wait, so you
No.
stayed with the same?
Yeah, I stayed
Oh,
with the
okay.
same guy. It was
Yeah.
still, and it didn't last more than about 6 months, and then I was stuck in Singapore for a couple of years. But then I moved to Hong Kong after about 5 years in Singapore, and that's where I also started to develop my, I guess, speaking and writing about sex. So I started a blog. I've always written about kind of sex. at first it was just my own personal adventures, but then I started writing just more about sexual topics. I also met a woman who I guess was my first mentor in sort of like, she was a sexologist, and she was studying for her PhD in sexology. And we became very fast friends when I first moved to Hong Kong. And as a result, she was the one that sort of inspired me and mentored me to start Passionately Yours, which was selling toys.
And was there a transition from another industry into this?
No, it was hands-on learning.
I mean, like, when you first came to Hong Kong, were you working in
Yes.
another industry?
Oh, yes. I've always actually had two parallel tracks to my career. So I've had the sex stuff, and then I've had sort of more marketing and branding, sort of working with agencies. So I've kind of like dipped in and out of them. I still do some marketing and branding projects here and there now, freelance. But I used to work at an agency, and about 2 years ago, I actually got laid off, and that was like the final straw for me. I was like, okay, fuck this.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, am I allowed to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
we're
fuck this
talking
up.
pretty graphically about sex.
Like,
I just asked about orgies, so
Sorry, yeah.
that door is wide open.
I mean, thank
I'm
you.
sorry, they
It's
weren't
always
fucking
good
at the
to
orgy.
ask, yeah. It's always good to ask.
Cuddling at the orgy.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck this corporate bullshit, and that was when I started studying for.
You know, that's an interesting recurring theme that we
Yeah.
just seem to land on all the time is
Yeah.
I guess have made this transition into their passion.
Yeah.
And just, how, what the catalyst for that is and how great it is. And I think people love to hear about that as well,
Yeah.
even without the sex, just the idea that you can make the thing that you really enjoy doing become, your
Yes.
focus
Yeah.
professionally.
Yeah.
And was it pretty liberating to make that shift?
It,
I mean, it can be
it
scary
was
in some ways,
scary,
right?
but it was liberating, and in some ways I felt like I'd been building up to it for like the past decade. These, as I said, pockets of when I would jump into sort of doing more sex stuff, and then jump back into corporate, and then jump back. But I feel like this current jump is
Yeah.
like the last time that I don't think I'll work for another corporate again.
If we're
I know
talking
that
about
feeling.
Yeah.
We both just got laid off. From corporate.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
if we're talking about
Like a
turning
massive
things
American company.
All right.
if we're talking
okay.
about turning things we enjoy into career, dumb question number 2. How do I turn watching a lot of porn into a career?
Oh my God! Why did I have you as a co-host?
Oh, gosh.
You don't have to answer that.
In fact, I don't know. Is it a career?
I don't know. Can it be?
Can it be?
I think you would have figured it out by now.
I mean, I guess you could make it. You could make the porn, right? That could be a career.
I was
choice.
saying watching porn.
Oh,
I know where my strength is.
Watching, not making.
Watching, not making.
Parents
Okay.
consume that.
No, not without
They
hijab.
seem to support anything that you put online. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't
Go
it
on my
be good-
Patreon.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be good if you could earn like ad dollars and stuff for that? If you I watch so much porn and you can show me ads as part of that.
Oh, you can have like
Ooh.
a
They make-
Coca-Cola condom or
Yeah,
like.
they make my penis grow like 10 inches.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Look how strong my left arm is.
Yeah, and then I get money for it. That would be a good model.
There you go. That's why you get top bucks.
Right, and then you have viewers, right? So you have so many eyeballs on porn. Anyway.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny is because one of our backgrounds is making online videos, like comedy videos.
Oh, okay.
But not sexually. but thank you for thinking that that's possible.
But comedy is quite sexual in some ways.
You know
no?
what? Not when I do it.
Okay.
No, I don't know if you've seen this, but it's what always was funny to me is that you can make. There's various platforms in which you'll get certain levels that'd be pretty good, and like we had Mama Who was pretty popular. We were getting tens of millions of hits on videos,
Awesome.
but like the worst porn video has like 100 million
Yeah.
views on it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
The view
gosh.
counts on porn are like
Oh, yeah.
so much bigger than any other platform.
Oh, I'm sure. And it's gone up this year. So
Yeah,
it's
no surprise.
skyrocketed
Yeah.
this
So
year.
I just
I
read.
don't
was
know
stuck
that.
on home.
I just read that Pornhub just purged 80% of its content, like in the last
yeah,
week.
I saw that. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
I did, and that I think it's because they've come under fire for
Unverified users
Yeah.
having child abuse and trafficking and
Yes,
stuff like
yes.
that. Which
Ugh.
yeah.
I mean, it's good
Yeah.
that they're policing it. Funnily
Yeah.
enough, actually, here's a connection for you. One of the first comedians that was in the scene in Shanghai went to college with the founders of Pornhub and used to make money. She's a writer. She used to make money scripting porn. She was a comedian and she would write the script for the porn.
That would make a lot of sense because the scripts are pretty funny.
Yeah, those I bet were funny. I don't know.
How would you like your pizza?
They're like, no, really, we want you to clean the pool. Like, we actually want you to clean the pool. The pool's disgusting. We keep having sex in it. What is the sex? What's the word I'm looking for? What is sex like in Hong Kong for locals and expats? And what was your focus initially? Was it working with people that were local or people that were from the expat community?
I think I work with anyone who approaches me. And of course, because a lot of my platforms are online, so there's a big Instagram following. And obviously, the podcast as well is listened by the listeners come from all over the world. Big representation from Hong Kong, obviously. But from all over, US is probably other big market as well. So I get clients from everywhere. But of course, I think I personally have a passion for working with people, whether they're Asian or whatever origin, national origin. I think I have a passion for working with people who come from a very culturally conservative upbringing because it's something that I've dealt with myself.
Right
and as
here.
I said, I developed a lot of the tools to help myself just overcome, guilt and shame around sex. So sometimes I think I feel like I have more empathy for people who are from that sort of background as well. And I really, really enjoy working with people like that. But of course, it's really a broad range.
Do you get couples coming to you together for help?
Yes.
How often is that? Just, my imagination is that even if there is an obvious problem, it might be hard for a couple to be like, all right, we need to see someone.
I'm terrified of your imagination.
I think obviously the hardest part is taking the first step to admit there's a problem, right?
Yeah.
And that's with any kind of coaching or therapy. If a couple can make that step, obviously that's already a big leap for them. But then obviously when they come, there's so many different issues. I guess like what I've seen a lot of this year as well for relationships, COVID has really, I would say, is the biggest magnifier and accelerator of any kind of relationship dynamic.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a
Right?
lot of couples break up.
Yeah.
Exactly. If there's something, if you don't have a good foundation as a couple,
This is a real
year
test.
Is going to be a huge test.
Yeah.
If you have a strong foundation, however, I've also seen couples really thrive in this year as well. Like, they say that you have COVID divorces and corona babies. Like that's like kind of like the output of like a good crisis, I guess. But I've seen couples who kind of like in the face of crisis or in the face of adversity, they develop, coping strategies where they check in more with each other, where they try, they make more effort and they commit to each other to make their relationship better, and they actually thrive as well. So I've seen both.
It's been good for me.
Yeah. Has
Well,
it?
that's a
Has
genuine
it?
statement.
But that's great. Is it? And why has that been? you
I
think?
travel a lot normally. Like I travel, sometimes pretty commonly twice a week or once a week.
Okay.
And I got really little kids, so
Yeah.
just I guess like being around the house and I get more of an appreciation of how hard it is, looking after the kids so much
Yes,
and then
yeah.
helping out more and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's definitely put us in a better spot.
That's
no question about it.
fantastic. Yeah, and that's what I've noticed as well. So definitely with the couple clients, of course, I have also worked with people who are really struggling with just connecting, communicating. Libido has probably been at an all-time low for a lot of couples because there's a lot more stress.
What are you looking at me
and
for when you say
uncertainty.
that?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look generally. across the
Just
both
gonna
of
stare at the
you.
drum kit over here.
There's been a lot more stress, a lot more uncertainty, but also the fact that everybody's living together in lockdown.
Especially in Hong Kong where it's like small apartments as well.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, the fact that you don't have any space from each other, it actually it actually lowers the libido because you see each other all the time, and there's less of that. Desire, as I say, it needs air to breathe.
Yeah.
It's like a spark. It's like a fire.
Yeah, of
you know,
course.
so-
Just let it let it breathe a
Exactly.
bit.
if
Yeah.
it's like put in a matchbox, like,
Yeah.
that's it. It just sort of snuffs out, and that's what I've been seeing as well a lot.
Or burns down the matchbox.
But the sex toy sales went up this year as well.
Yes, they
How do you know
did.
that?
I research, unlike what you think, I research every single time. I didn't research her, I didn't have time, but I researched the topic
I love
on
that.
Pornhub.
You are right. and I think it's got to do a lot with the porn viewership.
That's
going
true.
up
That
as
also
well,
went up.
right?
Yeah.
So I think both of them work hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your theory in that? Just because people are like hanging at home?
I think people are hanging at home. A lot more time at home. I think people are sexually frustrated. You've gotten a lot of separation between couples.
Yeah,
you
people
know,
stranded somewhere or whatever.
Exactly. But also even for singles, right? It's so hard to date these days.
Yeah.
There aren't that many options. There's a higher standard of health and safety. Not many people are going out as much.
Yeah.
So it's harder to meet people.
Yeah, like the dating apps and stuff. Like people, I guess, are going through these phases, especially in Hong Kong. Where it's like, first of all, you can't go to bars, and the restaurants are shut early.
Yeah.
It's like it's not that romantic
a
to be
good
like,
thing,
hey, let's
though.
have a dinner that ends at 6:30.
But then
Well,
at
it
six-
could be a
at-
good thing. Yeah,
at
you're right.
6:30,
Yeah.
it could be a good thing. You could be like, well, I could either call it and go home, or we
Yeah.
could go back
Go
to
to
my
my
place.
yeah.
And
As someone that likes to get to bed early, that sounds great.
and I think you make better decisions at 6 p.m. than at 3
2 a.m. Yeah, yeah.
I like to
Right?
think
Don't
I
you
make
think so?
I think I make consistently bad decisions at all times of the
Yep.
day.
Yep, that is true.
So what's the main, are you finding you're getting a lot more people speaking to you during this period or seeking you out during this period?
It's gotten a lot busier now. But
What are your metrics on how people are coping? You know, and what are
earlier in the
main-
year, it was pretty quiet for me, to be honest. Like, just because I think everybody was, I think when the pandemic first hit in
No one
March,
knew what was happening.
No one knew
Yeah.
what was
Yeah,
happening.
it was scary.
Everybody was
No one thought like the sex
Yeah.
stuff just went to the back
Yeah.
burner. Basically, it's like no one is thinking about it
You're
now.
right. Everyone was just trying to survive
Right.
mentally, right? Like when I think now people have just started to get used to the idea.
Right.
So now they're like, okay, life needs to go on. Sex needs to go on.
Right.
You know, we can't live in this state forever. And now they've started coming back. So I've been seeing more clients towards the end of the year. Yeah.
Interesting, yeah. So, and what are like some of the biggest challenges in doing your work? Like, what do you find
yeah.
makes it difficult?
Aside from doing podcasts like this with two idiots going like, what are these orgies like? So aside from that,
But that's
do
actually
people
the
have different penises?
the size
fun
matter?
stuff.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. I mean, that's why I have the podcast, right? That's the fun
I feel
stuff.
like actually she's not happy with our question. She wants the hot question.
I want
You're
the-
criticizing
we
me?
think we're being racy, and you're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, fucking dial it up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Boring.
Yeah, she's like, I'm
Hell.
talking about fucking Singapore. Who gives a fuck?
But I will say
let's
this-
get to it.
The podcast is fun. Like, it's an
Yeah.
it is a fun vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting when you said that comedy is sexual, because I think that definitely, if it's not fun,
Yeah.
like if it's not a funny aspect to it, it's pretty sterile, right?
I think sex is fun. I mean, sex is so.
I
What is
concur.
sex to you? Like, sex is meant to be playful, fun. You know, I think if you do watch a little bit too much porn, you just get this kind of. I'm looking at you now.
I know you are. I can see
you know,
you.
I'm trying not to look at it.
you get a little bit too much of this like better than perfect. It's a bit unrealistic.
Yeah.
But you know, in real life sex is awkward. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's
There's unusual sounds.
It's not- well, it's also unscripted.
Surprising.
Yeah. Maybe when you do it.
And
We have a
unusual.
dress rehearsal beforehand.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, and
Usually it's an undress rehearsal. The drum kit is right there.
So bad.
I haven't been on fucking stage for months. Leave me alone.
I know. My comedic ability is
Yeah.
plummeted.
She's the funniest one among the three of us.
Who's the comedian on this podcast?
so I guess talking about sex, I wanted to make it fun, and also I wanted to make it accessible for people, right? So with the podcast, I know humor is one of the things that makes things easy to listen to and
Breaks the
engaging.
tension.
Yeah.
Yes, and when you're talking about taboo topics, right? And sex is often taboo, and it is often a topic that we fear to talk about, we're ashamed to talk about. And when you use humor to talk about a lot of these topics, then people want to listen. So that's why I wanted the tone to be very lighthearted and playful, but also to just reflect sex itself. Sex is lighthearted and playful, and that's what makes the best stories for sex. I also wanted it to be very inclusive. So if you actually follow the podcast, I really try to invite guests which have very different sexualities.
Right.
So I have a woman who's disabled on there. I have transgender. Then I just have regular guys and gals, I guess, come on and tell their stories as well. And I think that the objective around that was to actually show people that there's no one right or wrong way to have sex. It's just whatever works.
There's a couple
for
of
you.
wrong
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Thinking a few wrong ways.
Tell me a wrong way. Tell me. I want to know. What is wrong? What is a wrong way
No, you handle it. You started
to have
it.
sex? Yeah. I'm interested.
Definitely with not realizing there's someone else in the house.
Also, when someone ends up crying.
Yeah. Also when it's me.
Okay.
There you go. We give you 3.
But crying could be like she's crying out of joy.
No.
Yeah.
Good try, though.
Wow, you really love to find the positive spin on things. Like if I was his housemate and I heard a girl crying in the room after they had sex, I wouldn't be like, it's probably joyful. She's probably just so happy right now.
Sex is a great release. That's all
I
can
meant
say.
when I end up crying, not her.
Oh, when
yeah.
you? Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Does that happen often?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
I don't even want to know. So what do you find to be the most challenging part of advising people, though? Like, when does it get tricky?
Well, I guess I don't find it that tricky, but what I'm finding is that I'm constantly learning because sex and sexuality is so broad, and everybody that comes to me is so different. So you really have to really look at the person in front of you, and you really have to meet them where they're at. And a lot of the times, there's no way that I could have studied or I could know every single variation of what somebody is into. There's so many things out there that people are into. So I find that I am constantly having to research myself and learn from even like my colleagues. It's really good that I have a sex positive community of other educators and stuff that I can reach out to regularly and stuff like that. So so I find that I'm constantly learning. I don't know if that's challenging, but I think it's a good thing for me. I always have to be sort of on my feet in some ways.
Easy question this time. What are the most common issues that you get from women and from men? Like the most common question or
is it
issue?
more women than men that come to you?
No, it's both. The most common questions from women
From
tend
both
to
genders,
be
yeah.
around pleasure.
Right.
And a lot
I
of
have the
women
same problem.
have you have
That's
issues.
what most women come to me
Issues
complaining
orgasming.
about. No.
Yeah.
There you go. Now
Absolutely
she's
not.
like, now we're getting into the meat of it.
Judgy
I
McJudge.
didn't think so. I didn't think so. But yes, there's a lot of women
So wait,
have trouble
them-
orgasming.
Okay, so
Like
them
having
receiving
orgasms.
pleasure, not giving pleasure. Or both.
I think also there are women who want to learn, like, I guess, more skills, like get better in bed skills.
Right.
But a lot of the women who come to me tend to be receiving pleasure, I think, for themselves. I think women in general have a lot of difficulty receiving pleasure just because there is a cultural narrative that we have where women are, in some ways meant to be the givers of pleasure. And they're givers of not just pleasure, but givers of themselves in so many roles, the mother, the teacher, and they find it hard to give themselves pleasure. So sometimes it's actually working on that level as well. I think that also tends to happen, more women I feel tend to come to me with low desire, low libido. Again, just we have so many roles as women. Again, parents, we have working women, so on and so forth. And sometimes there's very little space left for the woman herself to nurture her own desire and her own libido. And sometimes I find a lot of people in Hong Kong particularly are very stressed out. So that really takes a toll on the libido as well.
Yeah.
For men,
Yeah.
would you like to know that? Oh, suddenly.
No, I know. No, I'm joking.
Men often come to me for performance issues.
Oh, Mo, I didn't
Now
know
I'm
that.
listening. Yeah.
And it's very, and you know what? I always tell them sex is not a performance. And that is actually the first thing I tell them. But men are also very conditioned. and
That sucks.
there is a
Every time I go like, give it up for the next guy.
Well, there's a cultural narrative and are conditioned to perform in bed. It's how hard your dick is, how long you can last, how and if you don't meet those criteria, then you feel like I'm not good in bed, or I'm not pleasing my partner, and it has a big impact on their confidence. So yeah.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I don't know who had to look at.
So wait, that was the question. Where is the answer?
This laser,
let's hypothetically
laser look that we get from you.
let's hypothetically
question.
assume that I'm asking you that question.
Right. Can I invoice you later though?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You can't just tag in free advice.
Yeah, I am, of course.
Recording it.
I'm jumping on the opportunity. Just for asking for a friend.
A friend named Muhammad. Most common name in the world. Could be anyone.
So what is the answer
Yes.
for men with performance issues?
Yes.
There's no one answer except for what I said. It's shifting the mindset away from a performance mindset to more of a pleasure mindset.
Yeah.
So if you don't think about sex as a performance sport and orgasm as something as like a goal-oriented activity, but you take pleasure in each moment. And there's obviously lots of different techniques that you can do in that. And, I do a lot of mindfulness with my clients to help people just enjoy the moment more. I also encourage them not to just go straight into intercourse.
Right.
A lot of people think sex equals intercourse. That's it. It's only sex if the penis goes into the vagina. But there's so many other ways that you can have sex, right? And again, you really have to learn all of these other ways. You almost have to create like a menu of things that you can do that are pleasurable for you.
And then put on a little bow tie. Present them to the lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be like, would you like to start with an hors d'oeuvre?
Ladies
I love how you put on a
ladies
fake
love
French
that.
accent too.
Ladies love that. They love that shit.
Hello, would you like
You know
appetizer?
you know what I always say actually on the podcast? I say make foreplay the main course.
Interesting.
So because foreplay is always seen as an appetizer, and then intercourse is seen as the main course, right? And it's almost like foreplay, even the word foreplay, it seems like it's something that goes before something, right? But what about just making foreplay play? Like, what about making that the main course, making that the actual reason why you're actually in bed together? Because for a lot of women, that really, a long foreplay and focusing on foreplay really helps them really get in the mood and get aroused. But secondly, it also takes away that goal-oriented performance mindset of sex. That
I do have an actual serious question from a friend.
Yeah.
Basically, let me read
have
it.
any friends.
I do. Yeah, I mean,
so many friends.
By a friend, I mean him. So I'm just gonna pretend that it's a friend.
Ask her about
It's basically the whole idea is exactly what you're talking about. But he said
Yes.
that he gets rushed by his wife. Like
Right.
when he's doing that and he can see that she's enjoying it.
Yes.
She's the one who always asks, "Let's just get to it. Like just
Okay.
put it in."
Okay,
And he was like,
because
"He's
my parents do listen to this. That was not a question.
Sure, buddy. screenshot attached to the description of the episode. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if you have any comment on that. Is that common? Is that normal? What does he do? Because he's enjoying it as far as I know.
Yeah.
And he's like, she just wants to get it over with. So he's like, she's ready.
Yeah.
But he's enjoying actually the foreplay or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what happens there?
Well, I think you mix it up. Right?
Right.
And that is the thing that's very important to sex life and keeping desire alive, libido alive, keeping the spark in your relationship long term, is that you mix things up. Novelty is so important in sex life. So sometimes he puts it in and it's like fast and furious and there's intensity, there's passion.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a tease, it's a long burn, it's slow. There's no, maybe they don't even end up having intercourse. Maybe they just tease
Fool
each
around,
other
yeah.
and fool around until the next day. They just build up anticipation, right? And that's what is sexy. It keeps things surprising.
Yeah.
So it must be like pretty rewarding when it works, when you help people. I mean, you just change your
Yeah.
lives. Like it's such a massive thing
Yeah.
to figure out sex.
Yes, I mean,
I imagine.
that's why I quit my corporate career, I guess, because I felt like in a corporate career, I really wasn't helping anybody. I was just making rich companies richer. And it didn't feel very purpose-led. So that's why I do what I do. And it does give me a buzz, even till today, like when somebody comes back and it really like they're having great sex, or not just even great sex.
Imagine they just see you, they're like, oh, Sarah.
Finally.
They're
So
just-
good to see you.
Well, I think, or they're just connecting better as a couple.
Yeah.
Sex is not just mechanics, is it? It's not just a physical act. It's an act
Yeah.
of connection. It's an act of intimacy. It's the glue that keeps your relationship together. And
I'm sure I like the use of glue as an analogy.
It's the latex that keeps your relationship together.
Less glue.
well, yeah, whatever the metaphor is, I like it when I sort of couples or come to me and say that it really helped their relationship.
I
don't-
bet, yeah.
Or
Okay.
some people who are single, like if they, for example, like somebody who had an orgasm for the first time after, thinking that they were broken and they'd never be able to have an orgasm.
Right.
It makes a big difference.
Let's get to something a little bit more lighthearted.
Okay.
Tell me like
I was
the.
about to go the other direction.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Well, let's mix it up a bit.
Okay.
Taking her advice of mixing it up.
Sure. Go ahead.
Tell me like one of the most awkward like situations that you have seen with couples, obviously without referring to who they are.
We want
Like-
names and addresses.
Yeah.
Facebook
Like
profiles.
funny problems or awkward problems that were presented to you.
Okay. Well, I actually did a whole live show about this
Okay.
on my podcast.
Yeah.
You should check out Better in Bed
So,
podcast.
Yeah.
Better in Bed podcast.
There you
Just
go.
A shameless plug there, but
We
if
did
you-
not plan that at all.
Did you want to? I did a whole show,
Yeah.
and it seems like anal sex, particularly, is quite awkward for
Right.
a lot of people because we noticed that a lot of the stories that were coming in from one of the most awkward sexual encounters tended to include shit.
Okay.
Sorry.
You have
I don't
kids.
know
Your
if
relationship
you
with shit
wanted
is
to
very
go
different.
there.
Yes.
I don't know if you wanted to
As
go
a
there, but that seems to be very awkward for a lot of people.
Yeah, I dated a girl years ago when I was in university who I was never seeking that out, but she was like made a point of saying, I'm never doing that because I don't want to shit all over myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if that's how it works immediately.
Well,
Like her view of it was like, you start and then you're covered in shit.
well, I mean, according to the people who crowdsourced like their awkward stories on the live episode, that has happened to quite a few people. But yes,
Right.
but technically the where you're putting
Like
your
the gay community hasn't
penis,
suffered enough.
where you're putting your penis into, which is the rectum, shouldn't, if you have a working digestive system that sort of cleans itself regularly, you should actually be fine. But I think with the gay community, they do a lot of preparation before they actually have sex, right? So, and maybe not enough airtime is given to that. So they actually clean themselves. They do like little douches or enemas and stuff before actually having prolonged anal sex, which maybe is not that widespread with the heterosexual community.
Fascinating.
Interesting.
That you didn't think I would go there.
Well, I knew you'd. I was confident you'd be able to handle it. I just didn't know if I could handle it.
The comedians are speechless.
I was, we really
Yeah,
were.
well, totally. Yeah. You're like, you guys okay? You guys stop talking for a minute. Right?
I was kind of hoping for more like, weird noises. Someone said something fucked up in bed or something like that.
Like
Yes.
what a 5-year-old would find.
Exactly.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
He
Treat
doesn't
me.
want actual advice.
Oh, okay. I can do 5-year-old as well.
Thank you.
I can
Yes.
do 5-year-old as well.
That sounds. I want to take that just as a soundbite and then
Yes.
blackmail you with it.
Yeah, no.
I can do 5-year-old as well many times.
I think there is a lot of awkwardness when you are in the same house as your parents.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I live with my mother-in-law.
Yeah, and if you are there with like a partner, and we had a story come in where they were sort of doing, I guess like it was a couple, they were feeling very frisky.
Yeah.
And the woman had sort of decided to disrobe and go up to surprise her boyfriend, obviously. And of course, went into completely the wrong room. And lay on the bed.
And then Dad was like,
Because
"Why,
it was
hello."
dark. It was dark,
Yeah.
right? And they were sleeping, lay on the bed, and yes. Yeah.
So wait, the parents
The parents
both were
figured it out?
sleeping on the bed.
Parents were
Ah,
sleeping,
nice.
yeah.
Did they figure it out?
I think they figured it out. I think they were. But she was more.
You're like, after 30 years, it's about time for threesome. It just finally
They're
happened.
like, the Dad's like, "Holy shit! It finally happened."
Exactly. Imagine if it was Christmas. Just that's the only thing he wished for.
There's a lot of porn that features stepdaughters
What's- okay,
and
oh.
step
Yeah.
sisters
Can I
and
ask you a question about
stepbrothers.
that?
Like that's a big thing.
Why? Why?
Two
Why?
things in
Why?
porn: that and like
Yeah.
Japanese porn, which, from what I can tell, is just like simulated rape of an underage
Right.
person.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Like, do you feel like?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's stuff being revealed in what's popular in porn about society
Mm-hmm.
that people are really not down to talk about, but it's pretty concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Is
I
that
guess
fair?
what is taboo is exciting for us, right? And
Not always.
Um,
You can
Is
just
that-
in
hang
some
out
ways,
with your
well,
siblings.
there's a lot of thrill of the forbidden, right? And I guess
I agree with
porn
that. Like the
is
thrill of the
is
forbidden.
fantasy, right? And
Yeah.
porn is, and in our minds, right? We don't have to act on these and make this a reality. I mean, I hope maybe. I mean, if you do, then well, that's you. But like a lot of our thoughts and what we find sexy in our brains are actually like things that tend to be a little bit forbidden and taboo. So that's probably explains that. But I really feel like we should ask the person who watches the most porn.
Yeah. Also, his parents are
Why?
cousins.
My parents
What?
are first degree cousins.
Are they?
Yes, my grandmas are
Oh.
sisters. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And they have they actually have a channel on Pornhub.
But that is accepted. For
It is It's not
Right.
accepted if it's many generations back to back. So if I marry my cousin
Yeah.
and then my kid marries his cousin, then we're
Right.
having a problem.
I'd feel if I was the kid, I'd be like, "You can't fucking judge me. You do the same
yeah,
thing."
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would be like, no, don't do it.
Yeah, like you can't be like, "I don't get to do this because you did it."
Yeah, but
gonna
I mean,
listen to
like
that?
back in the day, like
Yeah.
royal families or whatever, all over the world
Yeah.
would just keep the bloodline pure by
Yeah.
marrying their siblings sometimes, even though
Ew.
they're. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we got into that. She's like, as a person who watches porn, you're like, his parents are cousins. I'm like, I'm gonna go hang myself.
You should never have told me your parents listened to the podcast. It was a big mistake. But I like, is that concerning, or am I just being a prude?
I mean, I think it's only concerning if it happens in real life. But I think that fantasy.
I'm more concerned
You know, things
about
are like rape fantasies. If you've done it in a consensual way, right? Then to me, I think that's fine because there's a
Isn't
lot
that
of
ruin
things.
the fun of it though?
Well, safe word.
Paradox.
Maybe, but I think
paradox of-
that power dynamics is incredibly erotic, right? So there's a whole subculture. I mean, BDSM is all based on power dynamics. And rape fantasy probably is one of the things that falls under that because there's a huge power dynamic
Right.
there. And I think in BDSM, to keep everything safe, all you need is safe words, consensual negotiation beforehand, and then happy days.
Yeah, you might freak out your neighbors a little bit, though. I had my parents know a fairly senior politician in Australia, and they were up in Queensland having dinner, and the guy's like, I left my wallet, I go get my wallet, and he goes back, and it was one of these hotels where it's like sort of 3-story buildings, and he could hear his son had obviously brought a girl back, underage son, and was having sex in their room, and so he's like, he climbed up the balcony and ran into the room to throw the light on, and it was the wrong apartment.
Oh my god!
Wow, what a plot twist.
Oh god!
Nice. Imagine, like you said, senior politician. Imagine just if that was like Joe Biden. You're having sex in your bedroom.
Senator Biden? President-elect Biden? Is that you?
Yeah. Is that you?
Oh, you're not Hunter at all.
Hello, children.
That would be awkward. I feel. That would win the prize for awkward sex moment of the year.
Well, thank you so much for coming on today. It is super interesting, and I
you.
feel like I have plenty to learn. I know Mo does.
Yeah, I do. I have a lot of research to do tonight.
Thanks for having me. It was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
You know,
and hey, do you mind sticking around for a quick Patreon? We can do that?
Of course.
That would be awesome. All right. Thank you very much. See you guys.
Thanks, folks.